Check, check. Ooh, Alicia, what's good? You was good. What? Check, check. Alicia was good. Slow boogie was good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
One, two. Hey, y'all. Hey. All right. All right. Come on
Gosh,
in.
your Russia was good. It was good. We gonna get started? Can y'all hear us? I'm ready to get started. Wow.
All right. Hey, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. It's the Caravan Dreams to redo. Y'all know what it is. It's Monday. It's 8 something. We are ready. We are ready. Y'all be sure and like and share. Tell somebody to tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. All right. Okay. Okay.
Can y'all hear us okay? Somebody tell me if you can hear us okay. It don't sound muffled. Everything good, gosh. Everything's good. Somebody asked me who was one of my favorite singers in DFW. I said your name. You are one of my favorite singers in DFW.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Just sharing with a few people. Okay, let's see what we got. You ready to get started?
Been ready.
Okay, all right. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. First of all, hey everybody, it's Monday. And so be sure and let people know that the Caravan of Dreams is on because we're gonna go ahead and get started. So anyway, um, first thing I want to start here. So I saw where the FDA has officially approved of synthetic meats. They are going to start putting these synthetic meats on the grocery shelves or freezers or whatever, right next to the the regular chicken and beef and this and that. So we will never know the difference. However, this meat is definitely laced with chemicals and that type of thing. This is all part of the plan to, control the population. So that's That's what they're saying. Let's. So I don't even know if it's something that we can if they'll label it where we can read it to know that it is synthetic. I'm sure at some point someone will um, make it known to everyone how they'll be able to tell the synthetic from the, you know, um, what do you call the regular farm raised or whatever. But
I think they've been doing it. I think they
uh,
just not telling us about it.
oh, you think it's been going on?
Yeah,
Hmm.
food don't taste the same. A lot of the foods don't taste the same. And then you got kids built like grown ups. Like these kids, I mean, they way more developed than we were when we were young.
Yeah.
So I think that the food has been tampered with. They just now document it and let us know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, no, I think they've been tampering with it.
Yeah. So you say it been like even before the pandemic?
Yeah,
Yeah. Because I felt like after the pandemic we started getting some different stuff for sure. It seemed like after they saw where food would actually run out, then they figured out, you know what? So let's create a way to just grow the food, to just, what I'm saying, synthetically grow it, so that we wouldn't have that issue. So then here we go with these, you know, different. I think even the eggs are not the same. Like when you boil an egg now, it is not always the same color. And it's mushy. Oh gosh, it's just doing different stuff.
I think genetic engineering been going on for a long time. I think they perfected it now.
Oh,
Now, I think they've been experimenting with it. I think they've been experimenting with it probably for decades. We get stuff last. The public gets stuff last.
mm,
So yeah, I feel like they've been fooling with it. They just telling us now.
just now perfecting it, making it to where it's harder for us to determine, whether it's real or not. So
You can tell it ain't real. Shoot. Half the stuff I eat nowadays, I can tell it ain't real. Because it don't taste the same. It's not like, what I'm saying, all the way down to shit. Even the chips I ate, Doritos, Cheetos, they don't taste the same.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Judge too heavy. What's good with you, bro?
I guess I want to know is like even the water. It seems like, what I'm saying, water is just something about it. So
I don't know. You got me on the water. Water.
you think water is water?
I don't think water is water. I think tap water is not good.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I think the bottled water that we buy or whatever, you know, I don't know if it's been tampered with. You may have. Who knows?
Yeah. Now they say that there's a way on the water that you can tell if it's been processed. So the color caps on the water, like the green is, I think green is the preferred one. If it's,
So what's blue? 'Cause Aquafina is blue.
um, so one of them is chemically whatever. One is spring water, one is chemical, and then one is organic.
What's
So
Walmart? Walmart's is clear.
I think that's the one that is maybe no, that's definitely not organic. It might be spring, maybe,
So the
possibly.
caps designated
Yeah, the cap colors. You know how there's blue caps and green caps and that? The cap colors will determine what
so
kind
it's
of
not
water
the
it is.
core. This is I didn't know this. So the
Mhm.
color caps, and this goes across the
Across
board
the
for
board
water.
on water. Mhm.
Let me
Yeah.
check that
Is
out.
anybody familiar with that? Because, I
James
did hear
Bell
that.
said, "No last taste buds 50." You sure right. You right. No last taste buds. I remember stuff tasted way different back in the day.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Yeah, that's what they're saying is, look at the water caps. The caps on your water will determine what, category it's in. It's spring water, it's organic, and it's chemically processed water. So, hey, I mean, gosh, there's so many things that, um, you know, as far as things
Clear
that
or
are being
white,
tampered.
typically used. Okay, no, it's not across the board.
What does it say?
Let's say typical. There's a lot of typical and a lot of often used,
Oh gosh.
most common, but there's nothing set in stone. White, processed water. Blue is spring. Black is alkaline. Green is usually flavored spring water.
Mm.
Secret meaning of the bottle caps.
Alrighty then. Yeah.
It said it can indicate the type of water inside.
Okay, so not across the board.
It's not, yeah, I guess it's not regulated.
All right. They say that even about the twist ties on bread. They said to pay attention to twist tie colors. Like red is something, green, blue. It's like it's too many.
Miss
It's
Berries
too
is
much.
blue. Miss Berries been blue
Is it always blue? Always, always?
as long as I know. It's been blue.
Yeah. Because they say it's something with the twist tie colors that, as far as the age of the bread or something to that effect. The freshest bread is this color, and it's oh, yeah, yeah. Like, I don't know how you supposed to know exactly what to you go to the store and it's like, okay, this bread is this,
Ain't
this
no
green.
color finna tell me when how old it is. What the I don't.
It's too much. It's what back in the day, we used to just be able to go to the store and just get something and then worry about, you know, if it was old, if it was synthetic, if it was chemical, if it was just food, whatever. And I remember when my grandmother and them, they lived on the South Side, and there used to be, I think, was that on Jefferson? Is Vanessa in here? So I think she lived on Jefferson on the South Side, and there used to be this corner store that everybody went to because I don't even remember when my grandmother lived on Jefferson on the South Side that I don't even remember a grocery store like in the neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't remember there being I don't even second say Piggly Wiggly or any of that. So we always went to the corner store, and you know how the owner of the corner store type, like that. But we just got stuff at the corner store, bread and milk and eggs and all that kind of stuff because, hey, everything was what it was, and we never worried about that. You never heard anything negative about it. But now, oh, it's just
I mean, those days are gone. We just know
clearly,
that they're gone.
clearly. So anyway, that's it. All right. So let's see. Let's move right along. Okay. All right. So listen, there was, I don't know if you saw this because I don't know if we talked about this or not, but there was a lady that this guy took her on a first date and they went to the Cheesecake
Cheesecake
Factory.
Factory. Yeah. Cheesecake Factory.
Yes. And the lady did not, she was like, not. So she sat in the car at the Cheesecake Factory, in front of the Cheesecake Factory, whatever, and she wouldn't get out. So the guy's like trying to, make her get out the car, and she was like, No, on the first date, just no, we're not doing that. So now there is an entire list that has been published of places that you do not take a first date, which to me, some of that stuff was a little, eh, to me, it didn't make sense. It was kind of corny. But even on a first date, now I don't know. I know, we're far removed from first date situations. But for those of you out there who are still kind of into the first dating situation or whatever, or maybe, so is Cheesecake Factory, like, to me, Cheesecake Factory, Chili's, what's the other place? Uh, Fridays and all those kinda in the same vein, right?
Yeah,
As far as restaurants go.
yeah. I mean, this. I'm glad I ain't dating. I ain't gotta put up with all this because this dating is now regulated by the so you got these rules for how you got to date. It's too much to it. It's too much to
I
it.
mean, it's definitely too much because my thing is what's wrong with Chili's, Cheesecake Factory for a first date?
Man, if the vibe is right, it don't matter. If the
Right.
vibe is right, you can go get some street tacos. It just depends
Right.
on what your vibe is. Now, if you present yourself as somebody who got some money, you stunting. If they met you and you was buying bottles at the club, then Cheesecake Factory probably an option. Well, if they met you and you was showing out at that time, then they probably expected a certain thing from you. If I'm just a regular guy on the street,
Okay, so here's my thing though. Let's say a first date is we're just kind of getting to know each other.
I know.
Why am I okay?
If I'm a dude,
Mhm.
if you meet me, I'm in a club, I'm showing out.
Okay.
I'm getting $100 bottles, $200 bottles, $300 bottles.
Right.
Cheesecake Factory probably ain't an option. The chick don't see what I'm doing at the club. It's like he do it big all the time. So you're not finna dumb it down for my first date.
See, I mean, okay, and and if the man, if he's accepting of that, that's cool. I just feel like I don't think that you should put a whole lot of weight on the first date. I think that even, um,
I mean, you don't if you're a regular person.
right. I mean,
It's a
you could
lot
have
of
just been
it's
balling that night. You might
yeah.
have just been using all your
Uh-huh.
check.
No, well, you use your check when you take her out to eat. Because
Okay.
that's what you present
Okay.
yourself as. Like that's your first impression. If your first impression is, I'm balling, I'm this, I'm that, you may have to keep up that whole, little persona that you presented.
Right. Right.
Present yourself as a regular person. If you're just a regular person, present yourself as a regular person. But if I even this is with me clubbing back in the day, if I showed myself as somebody else, somebody who's supposed to be balling or whatever the case, chick expects you to keep that up. You
Yeah.
can't be bumming it. You can't be balling at the club and then I see you during the week and you bumming it. It's
I
like
mean,
you keep a whole persona. Maybe you need to watch how you present yourself. Like if you ain't got no money, then you walk around like somebody. Or I'm gonna say don't have no money, but if you're not rich, don't present yourself as being rich. Because
I
if you
mean,
present yourself as being a baller, if you present yourself as being a dope boy, whatever the case, then they're gonna expect you to be a dope boy 7 days a week.
right. Right. I mean, at the end of the day, I understand that. I guess what I feel like is this. You could do a first date at Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? "Hey, let's meet at Starbucks," and so we can just talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with a regular person.
I mean,
Like
did I meet now, if I go to somewhere and I'm trying to find me, a millionaire or whatever, somebody that's got money like that, then that's one thing. But I'm just saying, okay, for regular people, then because this list that they put out wasn't a ballers situation. It was,
some
"Don't
people
take me on a first date to these
And
places."
some people ain't got no business even going by their list. Some people can't take themselves out the Cheesecake Factory right now because it's the end of the month and they got bills due.
Indeed.
So that list don't apply to everybody.
Right. I mean, I guess. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out why that's what I'm saying, why people putting so much weight on the first date.
They ain't putting so much weight in that. It's on the internet.
Oh,
We looking at internet reactions. Some of them people talking down on Cheesecake Factory got took to something less than that,
right, right.
But it's the internet. So we all have our internet representation and that people are presenting themselves as something that they're not. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Yeah.
Garcia said he thinks it is ridiculous. He say dating be getting to know someone. Dating is getting to know someone. Take me on a walk or for some coffee and I'll be good. So Starbucks is good for Garcia.
Mhm.
Judge said if the vibe is right, I'm gonna do more for sure. So if the vibe is right, he gonna do more than just the bare minimum. Patrick said, "Man, I'm not going to no restaurant, no way." He said, "I'll cook, I eat to live." So he doing regular, he doing natural food. He's cooking.
Okay.
Gary Hampton, what's good, bro? What's your man? What's good? We talking about this list. It probably don't apply to you neither. We all married, been married. Ain't no first dates. We on 500th date. It don't even apply. We was
So my thing is for those people out there who are dating, and I think that okay, so I feel like it's this. I know Shannon, what's his name? Shannon Sharp. He made a comment about the lady his date was looking at the menu or whatever, and I think she was looking at. She's like, "Oh shoot, let's see. I think I see lobster. What goes with lobster?" And he said, "A condom." So, I mean, I guess we're putting a price on, if you gonna want a high price meal, then it costs, right?
is that new?
Huh?
That ain't nothing new.
I mean, I know. No, that's what I'm just saying. That was something that he said. I'm saying though, these ladies out here saying, I don't want no cheesecake. So are you expecting them to expect something from you on this first date?
No, let's be real. It don't work like that. Rape cases are real.
Okay.
So even if you get an expensive meal, and I don't care what you expect,
Hmm.
um, if she eat that expensive meal and she say no, then it mean no. That's
Okay.
your fault for stepping.
Hmm.
Unless y'all get it understood or something, hey, after this, it's going down. Or you got understood, if I'm gonna spend this amount of money, open legs come with that. So,
Okay.
but if you ain't got it understood, you can't just think that just because you spent this money that you finna get some. That ain't how it works.
So let's go back to the person who wants the expensive first date. Okay, you see a baller out here at the club. You meet this baller. Now you expect him to take you on this first date to, let's say, STK. Okay,
Hmm.
and now STK without no expectations,
Well, yeah, without no expectations.
huh?
No, I mean, if no means no. I don't care where she took her or
Okay.
where he took her.
Hmm.
He could take her out to eat in Paris, France for the day. That does not mean that you're supposed to just give it up. Like you can't assume that. You need to get that worked out.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. So in other words, that these are like, "Hey, I don't care. This where we going, and no, I'm not. It's nothing happening." And that's just it. So then, why would you expect that?
Why was the guy expecting it?
Yes. Why would you? No, no. Why would the girl expect to go to an STK on a first date?
Because she feel like she worth it.
Okay.
Can't
All right.
nobody tell her when she look in the mirror. Can't nobody tell her what she worth with herself.
Man, okay.
If she feel like she worth that, and you know what? There are a lot of guys that wouldn't pay for it. There's a lot of
Mhm.
guys that would pay for it.
Yeah.
So you just leave it for the ones that would. It's not even like if you're not gonna pay for it like that. If you're not gonna pay for it, and kind of expect nothing, then why even comment? That's the thing. We have so many people that comment on stuff that has nothing to do with them.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like if you can't afford it, you can't afford it.
Right.
You don't have to make a joke about it. You don't need to come back. You don't need to. You don't even have to say nothing about it. Just move on to the next. But nowadays, we got to make a comment. We got to be seen. We got to say something. We got to do a quip. We got to do a joke. Whatever. So that's the social media thing about it. That's what.
Mhm.
But if it don't apply, let it fly.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, people are just really making, being social media police or whatever. They're just talking.
Shoot, I saw something about Lisa Ray talking about if a man can pay every one of her bills, and she not even thinking about dating him.
Okay, but I
Lisa
think
Ray like 70, she like 75. She's old. She used good.
Lisa Ray,
Yeah, Diamond from Players Club. Players Club that was out in the
she
90s.
is not that old.
Maybe she's old. In entertainment terms, she is old. But
Oh, in entertainment terms,
yeah,
but I think that she still got a right to date the type of man that does
and
that.
some dude gonna pay for that.
Yeah, yeah,
Some dude, it's these princes and all these other guys.
right,
Somebody gonna pay for it.
right,
But that don't apply. In my situation, it don't apply. For a lot of the guys, it don't apply. They're not going to pay all Lisa Ray bills,
right.
even if they had the money.
Mhm. I mean, yeah, she I'm sure she got a type, so, you know, and
The
that's what she
type
talked
probably got money.
huh?
The type that got money.
True. Yeah. I mean,
Well, like I say, if it don't apply, let it fly.
yeah. Indeed, indeed. Can you read the comment?
Uh, oh, Melissa Crump, what's going on? What's going on? She dropped in. Let's see, Gary said only immaturity has a problem with Cheesecake Factory. Uh, Herbert Jones, what's going on with you, man? Said Shannon was serious too. Heck yeah, Shannon Sharp was serious when he said that. Man with money, had plenty of money at the time. Yeah, that's what's coming. That's what's coming with the crab legs. There's a condom. Heck yeah, and that's good that he said that. Camille Carpenter, what's going on, classmate? That's actually a good thing that he said that.
I mean, I think from a celebrity anyway, it's probably unknown, you know what I'm saying?
They can get rape
Unless it's
cases
somebody
too.
huh?
They can get cases too. They can catch a
I
case
mean,
too.
yeah, for sure. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think that you already kind of know, and he told her, right? So I think, if we,
Yeah, she ordered crab legs, and it's going down.
well,
That's what you do though. You get that established.
yeah,
Like it's established. Okay,
right,
you want this expensive, well, you're going to come out. About to come also. Now there's guys out there, that's probably pay for it, whatever case, and don't expect nothing.
right, right, right,
That's hella brownie points. I never get nothing.
right. I mean, for some people, that's just a drop in the bucket, and so this is what I eat anyway. So let's do it, kind of thing. Like that's kind of like Derek Simmons, right? He eats like that. It's a date person that goes expensive.
I guess don't put them out there
I
like
did.
that.
I'm sorry, Derek.
Wow.
I just thought about yeah, sorry, my bad. But I was just saying he's a great guy.
Wow.
That's all I was
I
saying.
mean, he has
Great
expensive taste.
guy. He has
He
expensive
has
taste.
expensive taste.
So,
But
I mean, shoot, he took us with him. Like,
say,
yeah,
man,
that's what's up.
okay.
I was just saying, that's all. That
I'm,
was a compliment. That's so.
okay.
There we go.
I'm gonna leave that one. Leave that one alone.
Hey, Derek. All right. So, all right. So, moving on. Speaking of expensive dates, so there's a situation that Dwight Howard has found himself in. To Dwight Howard, y'all remember Dwight Howard, right? He was the basketball player. I think he's played for a few teams here. I think the latter has been what the Houston. Was he playing for Houston?
I don't know if he's played for Houston. I can't remember the last team he was
Oh,
playing
okay,
for. He's been around. He can't get a job now, especially with all this stuff coming out.
okay.
Nobody want him in the locker room, man.
Oh gosh, oh gosh. So yeah, Dwight Howard. Um, so the issue with Dwight is now there is a guy. I think it's a guy.
Oh, yeah. It's fine.
Okay, is he a pronoun?
I don't
Okay,
probably.
so
I mean, the way things were described, probably, yeah.
was it trans or something?
I
Right?
don't know. No, he was a straight dude, man.
Was he?
He was a dude.
I think he was, but he was dressed or
I mean, he's
makeup.
had trans accusations as well.
Okay, so anyway, so I guess he invited a young um
It said male. It said male.
pers
It said he.
guy person,
I didn't see
whatever.
nothing about no. It's nothing.
Yeah, well, so what I was looking at, they said that this person, was very on the garb or just like, face
Don't make him
made
trans.
up stuff.
Don't make him trans.
Okay, so whatever he was, person,
That's
the
CD. That's cross dressing.
was he part of the LGBTQ?
Probably for with the things that was performed on them shoes. If yeah, he got to be a part of that community.
Okay. So, anyway, so this person has accused Dwight Howard of, sexually
Assaulting.
assaulting him. And so anyway, so Dwight has come out and said, "Look, why y'all worry about what I'm doing? Stay out of my
Amen.
business." Huh?
Amen.
You agree?
I agree.
Okay. So now here's the thing. First of all, there were too many times that Dwight Howard's name was put out there, for this, and he tried to deny it. Now, all of a sudden, I guess he's like, "Look, guess what? Whatever I'm doing, that's my business. Stay out of my business. Don't worry about it." But yeah, for real, like, okay, I understand, but guess what? He's a celebrity, and guess what come with it? He not, you know what I'm saying? He didn't keep himself like, where's the NDA? You know, apparently you didn't do, sir, what you needed to do to make sure that this person was comfortable and didn't put you out there. Because don't be mad at us now because your stuff is in the, your business is out here. Like you didn't do what you needed to do. I'm sure that there are so many more celebrity athletes or whatever out there that have done those things, but we haven't heard anything because they took care of the business that they should have done. Now, if you didn't want to be put out there, sir, you should have made sure that this guy was good. Now you're gonna have to pay one way or the other.
I mean, if that's how you feel about it,
Or you disagree. Well, what are your thoughts?
that shit ain't none of my business. Ain't none of my business. What a man, like he said, where he stick his stuff, it ain't none of my business. And I really ain't trying to spend a whole lot of time discussing where he putting his stuff. Because for me to be overly concerned about that, it make me just as gay as he is.
Well, and I don't think that it's even about um that so much. Well, I guess everybody is going in on him because, he tried to completely deny, that he even had those tendencies initially, right? And now that it is just coming out, and I guess he's like, "Look, okay, it is what it is. Shut up, because it's my business."
It is his business, and
But
it
I
ain't none of
mean,
mine.
and okay, and at the end of the day, yes, it's his business, but you didn't do what you needed to do to make sure nobody else knew about it.
No,
Because whatever this guy was feeling, or you know what I'm saying, whatever he felt was done wrong, if there was an NDA, then he just would have said, "Hey, to him, would have been a personal conversation."
NDAs don't cover assault.
Eh, oh, okay. So when you do,
The
well, he
NDA
didn't
don't.
feel okay. So Dwight said that there was no assault.
I mean, it will be the same way even with an NDA. I mean, just because you get an NDA don't mean you can be violated. An NDA don't give me the right to just bend you over and shove it in you.
What does an NDA say?
NDA is a non-disclosure agreement,
Okay.
but
Mhm.
it, it's not a rape release.
Yeah, but but that
That's what that man said. He said he was sexually assaulted.
hmm, all right.
He said he was sexually assaulted and he did not give consent.
Oh, okay.
He said things were forced into his mouth.
Mm,
Yes. He said that oral sex was performed on him and he was not consensual.
hmm.
NDAs don't cover that. They don't. That don't mean you don't sign away your rights as a human being. Nobody can violate you. Like you know, just,
I mean, I thought an NDA mean don't non-disclosure mean
it's
don't disclose
non-disclosure.
anything,
Yeah,
and it may mean that if you had a problem with whatever went down in that situation, that you go to that person. Otherwise, it's legally binding. Like
if
you
that's
go
the
to them and
case,
be like, "Hey,
if,
this what happened, and I don't like it,"
if that's
and
the
then they
case, then
you
I
pay them.
just need to, as far as if I wanted to commit a crime, I mean, I just anybody who saw it, I just need to get them to sign an NDA, and they can't snitch on me. Legally, they can't snitch on me. That's basically what you said. You saying if you sign this NDA, legal, illegal, whatever's going on, you can't say nothing. That's what you saying the NDA does.
Mm, I mean, I don't know. I need to see an NDA. I need to know what it says.
It's a non-disclosure agreement.
I know, but what
It's
do it
saying shit that
say?
it
Like,
does.
I feel like it's gotta
It
be
says that you do not disclose what happened between your encounter that day.
okay,
You can't disclose it,
right.
but it does not give permission for you to violate anybody.
See, to me, it seems like anybody could say that they were violated. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Dwight felt like he didn't, and so the guy says he did. So now who
It doesn't matter, NDA or no NDA. You cannot take that from anybody. You can't take sex. I don't care what you sign. You can't do that. Nobody can't sign away your rights as a human being. Like you have a right to say no. You can't have me. I don't care what. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what NDA is out there. You can still say no. You can't put that here.
well, okay.
Like
I mean, I get it. I understand. I understand. I guess so regardless of the NDA, it happened and or if they had an NDA, whatever.
it don't matter NDA or not. Like
Right.
if that man was violated,
And apparently it's perception because it was his perception that he was violated, right? Because we
I
talking about two
mean,
different people having two different stories
look,
on it.
that's for the courts to decide. I don't care, man. This dude went over to our house.
Mhm. Right.
Like
Which means that you were okay with what was
it
gonna
sounds
happen.
like he'd been over there before. So I
Right.
don't know if I don't know. I got bad vibes from the beginning, from the first time. I ain't going back.
Right. Right. Mhm.
You know,
Apparently there was a third person brought in or something.
the third person came later on. They were sitting according to reports, they were sitting up looking at porn together.
Mhm. Mhm.
And another guy came and he said, "Okay, this is a dude that I hook up with from time to time." Uh, the other dude, first guy, was about to leave, and apparently Dwight told him, "Hey, we ain't gonna mess with you. We're just gonna mess around with each other right here."
Mm.
So the dude was like, "Okay, I'm gonna stay."
Mm.
And I guess while they started messing around, they got caught up in the moment. This Dwight went and grabbed the other dude who said he didn't want to be involved.
Mm.
So he said no. But then Dwight, big dude that he is, made him. You know what I'm saying,
Oh.
like
Mm.
disrobed him or whatever the
Oh,
case.
okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So and
Okay, well, there you have
forced the situation.
it. Yeah.
Um, it was tough.
Well,
Tough for me to even read, and I had heard about it. Somebody called me and told me about it actually almost, I guess when it happened a week or so ago, almost 2 weeks ago or whatever. But once again, man, that ain't really my concern, man. That ain't for me. It's not for me. It's not really for me to report. It was tough for me to read. It's tough for me to it's tough for me to discuss now. I just feel like it ain't. It's none of my business.
well, mean at the end of the day, it's nobody's business but
I mean,
the
it's
people that are
entertainment. It's
involved.
the
Right.
it's if people want to know whatever you're a public figure, all of your stuff.
Right.
I think it's
Right.
private. Blah blah blah. I get all of that.
Right. I think more than anything, people the fact that Dwight Howard is even his stature, you know what I'm saying? And he's an athlete and people just are fascinated when they hear those type of things. So it gets messy, you know?
I mean, I don't know. You should have
Yeah.
paid hush money. You should have
Right.
gone ahead and paid the dude his little
Right.
hush
That's what
money,
it is.
and so you can talk about your business and leave
Indeed.
these little alone, man. Like I don't know where you find your people at, but I don't know.
Right.
Like frequent a new spot or something. I don't know. This I read that it came from Instagram. I guess they went back and forth on Instagram, on the inboxes or whatever on
Right,
Instagram, and
right. Because he posted some of the messages between
then it went to
so
text messages, and then I guess agreed to meet up, whatever. I don't know,
right,
man. Look, Dwight Howard, you got money, bro. Um, just I don't know. Find you a different spot, find you a different pickup method, something like that. Like whatever you got going on ain't working out. These people snitching on you, man.
okay. So he done went the wrong direction.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's cringeworthy. I hate to hear that. I used to like him as a basketball player. As a man, I don't what I'm gonna do. I like Dwight Howard, the basketball player. What he do in his off time, man, that's totally his business. You know, the only thing that I probably wouldn't agree with is if he took this man's, whatever he took. You don't have the right to do that. Outside of that, man,
And
you
there
have
we have
nothing
it.
to do with me.
There we have it. All right. So listen, is Quincy on here? Because we are so last week we were talking about um having, kind of relationship talk. Okay. So um some of the people that were on last week, they were like, hey, let's talk about um men not showing their emotions. So I wanted to make sure that Quincy was on, but I don't see him.
He been talking about now. He was
Uh,
on here.
what'd you say?
I said he'd have been said something by now. He was on here. He'd have been said something smart. Glenn said he ain't the first or the last athlete to win both ways. You
Oh, for
sure you're
sure.
right. He definitely ain't gonna be the
For sure.
last. They gonna start coming out the woodworks for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
He definitely ain't the first either.
Right. Right. All right. So anyway, like I said, the question last time was about um no, we said they wanted to know about, or let's talk about men not showing their emotions. So what do we say about that? What are your thoughts on men not showing their emotions?
No, that's what's he right there. No, no, and no. Why was that boy over there with the white? Seeing him grab that boy's sponge stick.
Oh, oh my
That's
gosh.
for real. I mean, apparently there were some times that Dwight Howard blocked the door. Like I think he said he ran to the bathroom and called an Uber, and Dwight Howard made him cancel the Uber so the other guy could take him home. So I don't know, it sounded consensual to me, man. Like you went over this dude's house, you stayed there. I don't know. For me, I would have some bruises to show because Dwight would have had to, hold me down. Like it would have been some strain, some um, what does it say? What they're talking about signs of struggle. There'd have been some signs of struggle. Nigga, I got to go. I'm finna go. Like, you know, it would have been some bruises on me. You know what I'm saying? Some scratches or whatever from where he threw me across the room when I tried to
Right.
get to the door. Cause, bruh,
Because
I
it
gotta
seems to
go.
me that he didn't fight too hard to try to get out of there. Like, I feel like if he would have, or even if he just would have been, you know, took a real hard stance and said, um, "Hey, no," then I think that the guy would have
You put the add followers thing. I don't think that works in lives.
said, "Uh-huh,"
I
and
don't think
now
that works in
oh,
lives.
okay.
I don't even think it works in posts. I think it works on fan
It gets
pages.
attention.
It works
Oh,
in groups. I don't think it works on personal
oh, for real?
pages or whatever. Because I
Okay.
don't ever see it from the people when they hit followers, and I follow some of those people. And I
Right.
don't never
You
get
don't
that
see it?
from them.
I
I
do.
get it.
I get the notification.
We're talking about in groups, like when you're on groups and fan pages.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it works.
Oh,
Personal profiles, I don't think it works there.
hmm,
If it would, then I get a whole lot more notifications.
okay. Alright.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know that it works. I don't know that it works on personal profile. I know it works in groups. because I get them notifications from groups, and a lot of those groups I unfollow once they hit me up like that.
Yeah.
But personal profiles, I ain't seen it from a personal profile before. But anyway,
Mhm.
I'm
All right.
excited for this.
All right. So, okay. So now, here's the question. So, Quincy, you were asking, what is the question? So last time we talked about, or someone was on here. I'm gonna have to go back and see who that was. They said, um, "What about men not showing their emotions?" And when you say that, I think that that is not across the board to me. I don't think that all men are non-emotion showers, if that's a word. But I think it just depends on, who you are and your personality. I think, what I do think? I think that there are some, and a lot of people don't even believe in this. I think that some zodiac signs have, that big. And, a lot of people don't even believe in the whole zodiac sign thing. But I think some signs are that. Like, I believe that even, if that's your sign, it's not necessarily just men that have that situation. I think it's women of the same zodiac sign. So that's me.
I don't really buy that zodiac sign stuff. I'm not really into that, man.
You said what?
Ain't really into the zodiac sign thing.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, some people are not.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of similarities and what I'm saying, when you look at the zodiac signs that have this or that, and I see a lot of know,
Mhm.
traits.
It,
So
you bound to, if you throw a rock in the crowd, you're bound to hit somebody.
well, I mean, yeah.
Uh, I just don't take zodiac signs as like law. I think it has more to do with your experience as a person.
Yeah, how you grew up or whatever.
Yeah.
So Quincy says that women don't respect men who show emotion. I disagree. I disagree. Um,
Mm, I agree to an extent. I don't. You can't just put that on everybody. You can't just say women. Period. 'Cause that says all women don't respect any man who shows emotion.
right.
So
Not
I
true.
get where he comes from, especially because he's coming from experience. I can tell you from experience. Yeah, when you do that, and then you get into an argument with that same person that you showed emotion to, and they hit you in the face with it, call you a BAN or whatever. Yeah, that hurts. And when you're young, yeah, that happens. It's bound to happen when you're
Hmm. Mhm. Now, when we say show emotion, I don't think that, uh so to me, emotion is not just being, emotional. I don't think that, that's just about somebody, crying or whatever that is. I don't think that's what showing emotions or, um, you know to me, it's about, being an emotional person, affectionate, all of that. Sharing, how you feel about something is not, doesn't have to be crying. It's just,
That's what most men think.
huh?
When you say emotion, the first thing we think cry.
Oh,
We don't
well,
think about nothing else.
okay.
Carson said, I think it's to each its own on that. I'm kind of with you on that.
I mean, for sure that, at the end of the day, when people say that men don't show emotion, I think it depends on the situation. I think it depends on, um, what's going on at the time. Because if you say, "I don't show emotion," then something that's very important to you, something that's very, heartfelt to you, then, that may garner something else, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Quincy said, I don't know if Zodiac does or doesn't have to do with that shit. Women take advantage of a man who expresses emotions less as they unruly as goddamn child. Oof. He's speaking from experience. Got to be.
Right, right. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like,
Well, I'm with you on
personal.
that first part. About the Zodiac, I don't know if Zodiac does or does not. I don't know if it does or does not. I don't really put a lot of weight to the Zodiac thing. I always look at it as entertainment. Women take advantage of men express emotion unless they unruly ass goddamn child. And then you just done ran into the wrong women. That's all that's all that is. Like I said, I don't like when anyone cries too much, but being emotional or how you feel should be expressed. So yeah, because some women and even men feel it's weird for men to show emotions. It depends on how you're raised or taught. I think that um, I wouldn't raise it was bad to show emotion. I wouldn't raise it you wasn't manly if you showed emotion, but it wasn't a whole lot of I love yous going around stuff like that. I knew my mom loved me though. I knew that just about who she was, how she took care of us, how she made sure that we was straight. But the expression, the physical expression of such a thing, yeah, not a whole lot of that. Maybe some hugs here and there, but
I mean, yeah, you know, I think that was the thing, kinda back in the day, it just wasn't a lot of that. You know, another thing too is, if when, depending on the person as far as that, that you're expressing that emotion with, if you're comfortable with that person, you know what I'm saying? I just think, like what Quincy is saying, it sounds like the people that he was dealing with were just not, the people that he wanted to, be expressive with. But, you as a young guy, as a young man growing up, I think y'all were taught, like, "Don't be sitting up crying, don't cry about this, don't," you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the thing, like, as a boy, you were taught not to cry. Well, what were you supposed to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Uh, if you didn't cry, okay, let's say you were getting whooping, and don't you cry, and somebody whipping you, like, what you gonna do?
oh, mm,
I think it was taught, that boys shouldn't cry. You always, that you always heard that boys are not supposed to cry. "You're a boy, don't cry."
yeah, I, yeah. I mean, there's such thing as a man up,
Right,
man
right.
up. Because even now, for me, it's like, I don't cry very much, if at all, because after I get through crying, then the problem's still there. So that's kind of why I tell my son, it's like you can cry if you want to. You can go ahead and cry. You can go ahead and let it out, whatever the case. Whatever problem you got before you started crying, it's still gonna be there after you. I mean, it's true. It's still gonna be there after. Find a lie.
I know, but that's not was that, like, consoling or something,
It
or
is, it's
what?
not about consoling, man. Figure that thing out. Whatever you crying about, figure it out. You know, I ain't saying don't cry. I'm not saying don't cry.
Mhm,
What I'm saying is crying ain't gonna solve nothing. Whether you cry or not, the problem is there.
mhm.
Figure that problem out. If you don't figure that problem out, you're gonna cry again.
Yeah.
Figure that thing out. Like once again, I ain't saying don't cry, but figure it out.
So
Understand how you got there.
after you finish crying, now go fix it. Go
You
do
might as
something
well.
about it.
The problem's still gonna be there. Ain't no problem that went away by you crying.
I mean, I can't think of a problem that went away or, after crying, but I can think of a scenario where crying make, you
Make you
know,
feel better.
situation.
Make you feel better. The problem is still there.
I mean, you know what? Okay. So as a woman,
Hmm.
I think that if let's say I'm really upset, um, and I have okay, so let's say I'm dating a guy and I got an electric bill that's about $600, and I'm crying because I needed to touch his heart that he's
Oh,
gonna
well,
go
that's
ahead and pay my
manipulative.
bill.
That's manipulative
So
right there.
after that, huh?
That's manipulative.
I mean, it may be, but Imma cry and get this money and pay this bill, that's gonna be done.
You don't win. See, we way out.
I
You
mean, I'm
way
just
somewhere
saying, I just said I could create a
way
scenario
out somewhere else.
that would make it happen, but
That ain't gonna
yeah.
happen for no man.
Huh?
That ain't gonna happen for no man. I guess if you, I guess crying, that's big, and that's I don't know. We drifting off into something else now. now we
I mean, I'm just saying, I
that's
didn't say that
begging
we can
and
dwell on that, but I'm just saying
panhandling, using your acting skills in order to
yeah,
get what you want.
true, yeah.
I'm talking about really crying, like really
Well,
emotionally
no, you
crying
said
because you have a real
a
issue.
situation where crying could, make it go away. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's manipulative. You drifting off into, you know, really
I mean, it might be if I mean a
ain't no
little
might, that's manipulative.
manipulation in there.
I'm about- But I mean, if you genuinely hurt by whatever situation is you're in, say you got a $600 bill and you genuinely hurt by getting that $600 bill.
Mhm.
After you get through crying, guess how much that bill gonna be?
Hmm.
$600.
Because what?
It ain't gonna change. It's gonna be $600. Same $600 before you started crying.
Oh, mhm.
That's what I'm saying as far as crying. Now you talking about crying to a dude. Now I also said what? Figure out a way to get out that situation, right?
Right.
So after you got through crying to yourself and you decide you want to go cry in front of one of your dudes to get the money, that's
Mhm.
how you decided to fix that situation. And that's what I'm saying. You can cry all day. It's not crying itself
Just
is not
crying
going to
is not.
solve
I
anything.
got you.
But for you to cry in front of that man, you thought of a way to fix that situation. And that's what I'm saying. When you get through crying, that problem is still there. So when you thought about crying for that dude, that's your fix for
Right. Right. Indeed. Indeed.
it. Let's go on. Let me see. Carter said, "Yeah, okay, we gonna cross that. Some women feel it's weird. Yeah, I think some women and even men feel it is weird to show emotion. I think women a lot of times when they use that stuff against you, man. And like I said, when you're young, when you older, it's not as much. But when you're younger, when the gloves come off, the gloves come off, and yeah, they're gonna use that. They're gonna use it against you. They can call you a picture of that nigga. Why was you crying in my house the other day? And see, it's different now. You can jump on social media and let the world know that this nigga was on his knees crying. You know what I'm saying? Like that make a man, that hurts us.
Yeah,
We
I
we
feel like that's not your person though if they're doing that.
regardless, it happened. And if I bare my soul to you and then you use that as a weapon against me in public
Mhm.
and people laughing at me, I done bore my soul and you got now you got the whole internet laughing at me. Well, nobody's gonna get emotion from me ever again. I don't care who you are,
Yeah.
because that's trauma. You got to
Mm.
go. Now I need therapy.
Right.
Okay, let me get to some of these comments because we in overtime now, as usual. You didn't miss that much of it, Rashana. We just
Yeah,
started
we
getting
just
into it.
saying it.
Let's go on. Let's read out one of these Quincy rants. I said, what a goddamn minute. Why I gotta be me from experience as if to dismiss the whole damn statement. Y'all know and have examples of wicked ass women destroying men
Oh
who have
my
shown
gosh.
vulnerability around them.
Quincy, calm down, calm down. We apologize.
Let me get the next one. Quit lying, wicked, miserable ass women tell the truth. Say you a damn lie. If you cry about a $600 bill I didn't create, I'm gonna cry laughing at your silly $600 bill having ass. And
Oh
once
my
again,
god.
he's speaking from experience because
Oh
if you
my
cry in
god.
front of the right man, you might get that $600.
Right.
It depends on people. I'm pretty sure whoever got the $600 bill know not to call you.
Okay.
They know who they gonna call. That's why you ain't got to call them, man. 'Cause they already know not to call you.
Don't call Quincy. Keep
You're not
keep
finna
coming
get that
through.
money. We didn't. Nobody. I mean, they know not to call me either. So it's certain people they know not to call, but that's not an experience that you can speak on. But I'm pretty sure some dudes out there paying some $600 bills. I'm positive of it.
Look at this next statement though.
I will let you cry and buy you some McDonald's. Already. And that's why I say,
Lord.
and another reason why the person with the $600 bill will not be calling Quincy. I was trying to say that's called hustling in front of a dude just to get to. Say it again, Rashonda. That's called hustling. That's
Hey,
begging. That's panhandling. That's
hey,
what that ain't showing no emotion.
do it work though. Do it work.
For the right person. It definitely ain't work for Quincy. I'm trying to say ain't nothing wrong with a man crying. And you're right. Ain't nothing wrong with a man crying, but it's just also once again this upbringing and his trauma. You know, if a man ever got made fun of for showing his emotion, it's probably gonna take an act of God for him to show his emotion again.
Hmm. Hmm. Now, so I had a text that said, "Aren't all men emotional?"
Yeah, we all have emotion. Now, as
Mm-hmm.
far as showing that, someone said emotion,
Mm-hmm.
no, that's a different story. But
Right. True.
we all have emotions. We all
Right.
get mad. We all get sad. We
Right.
all,
Right. Right.
get happy or whatever the
Right.
case.
And it's just that you may not always show it in front of somebody. You might be, in the closets. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere by
Uh,
yourself
One of
in
my
your
biggest
car.
things, men crying in the dark.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. That's it.
yeah, I
That's
still
it.
have issues with that. I don't cry on it, but I already gave you my take on it. If crying ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Hmm.
Like I gotta be really overwhelmed to just cry in front of somebody. I gotta be really overwhelmed to cry in front of you.
Yeah.
So
I know. I mean, at the end of the day, I know that. I know that if that happens, it is very overwhelming.
it's gotta be overwhelming.
Yes.
So yeah, and that's just for me. You know, crying not gonna solve nothing for me.
Right. Right.
Uh, let's see. Shonda said, why women gotta be wicked? There's some females and put him in his feelings. Tough. Don't say that. You're gonna have
Ooh.
Quincy rant all
Right.
over again.
Oh
Well,
gosh.
that's gotta be my experiences. That's where most of us speak from. First of all, most of us speak from experience. So that's the only reason why I say that. And Quincy is a very opinionated person, and you just can't tell me them opinions and just come out the sky. Them opinions came from personal experience.
Mm.
Garcia said, right, so my brother's a very caring man and shows emotion. He said he cried when I gave birth, but he's still a man. He's still all man. He said, I love that about him and would love a man like that. He big on hugging, showing love. He said it's okay to cry or just hurt, but at some point we have to not cry about every little thing. That's when you become too soft. Uh, Quincy got his Johnny Taylor on. He said he got this last
Mm,
$2.
mm, mm.
Rashana said, nope, not all men are emotional. Look at Blueface Ugly. Oh Lord, that's a whole different situation right there,
Yeah.
man.
Mm,
That's a whole different situation. Once he said, did I say all women? He said, if the shoe fit though.
oh my gosh. No, but he said, I'm looking at this. He said women love emasculating men in 2023. Any man who gets married after this year is a
Goddamn.
fool. Quincy. My gosh.
I mean, it's the totality of his statement is probably what makes it incorrect because it's saying that any man, anybody can
Right.
get married. I think that I think love still has its place in 2023. I think the place is smaller.
And I don't think that you cannot say that women, I don't know if you're trying to say all, you're not definitely not putting in all when you say women love emasculating men. That is, you know, I mean, there's no way that's all. So,
I think emasculating men is bigger. It's growing. I think it's bigger than it has been in the past.
I think though that that is a social media thing. Like, I don't think that just regular women out here just doing that for no reason.
I don't know about for no reason. Um, I think some women emasculate men to empower themselves.
Mm.
I mean, I know. I would expect you to roll your eyes being a
I mean,
woman,
no, I'm
and
just saying, I don't think there's an all. I don't think it's an all.
no, it's not at all. It's not all. It's just that there's more. It's the same thing as when you say that all men cheat.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know,
I think that, I think more everything is just so exaggerated because like you
it is.
say, now we see more people
Yeah,
doing,
it
you know what I'm
is.
saying?
It is
So,
exaggerated. It is exaggerated. The emasculation of the man, although say it's coming from, to me, it's coming from more sides than just a woman. I think you have a whole entity looking to emasculate, especially the black man. So it's kind of like they on the same team now.
yeah.
Uh-oh. What's that old song? Any man in America getting married in or after 2023 has welcomed slavery, death, and damnation. All right. I mean, it's rough, and a lot of men are saying that there is no benefit to getting married anymore because I guess all it's going to do is split your assets,
Oh gosh.
which a lot of men out there don't even have no assets besides a bag of trash. I mean, the trash bag and stuff that they brought in the house with
Oh
them.
my gosh.
Uh, you know, um, that applies for some men. That applies. I don't think. I think it's. I don't think it's a big percentage of men out there who stand to lose a whole lot by getting married. A lot of men stand to gain stuff by getting married.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just my opinion. But in this women's empowerment era, man, there's a lot of gray areas. Just a lot of Sometimes y'all emasculate us without even knowing it.
Yeah.
So y'all with these good jobs and easy on the eyes, easy on the public. I would definitely hire a woman in corporate America before I'd hire a man.
Yeah.
So
There we have it. All right. So there we go.
yeah, gosh, I'm glad we could entertain you. I'm glad Quincy could entertain you. So I put the laughing emoji in there, and I'm almost sure it was that one of Quincy's, probably the death and damnation thing.
My gosh. All right. Well,
Oh
thank
Lord,
you.
who says, "See, Johnny, now you throwing dudes under the bus with the trash bag, travel totes." Say, man, I was one of those dudes for years. I was one of those guys who my whole life was in a trash bag, and I had to realize, man, you gotta. I had to set something up for myself. Like I had to get my own place with my own furniture and my own, that running around with a bag. That ain't cute. That ain't cute. And ain't if I'm throwing somebody under the bus, then they need to do their best to get out from under the bus and go establish themselves. Like that's not cute. That's not cool. Like even if you live in a trash bag or whatever, do what you got to do to get out of that situation. Don't make that a regular situation. And the homosexuality that's going on nowadays, we got to cut that out, man. Too many homosexuals out there. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Too many homosexuals. Like establish yourself. You know, um, I talked to I got a couple of friends that I talk to who get into it with their chicks or whatever, but they living with the chick, and all the bills is in the chick name. It's like, man, establish yourself. That way, when she get on your nerves, you can go back to your own house, or she can come to your house, and when she get on your nerves, you can show her the door. But a lot of the frustration is that you stuck in this house and you can't go nowhere because you're homosexual. Garsha said this has been very funny. She said she's glad she tuned in.
And we
Quincy
appreciate
says
you.
some of us don't want to ever return to the domestic life. I get it, man. I
Oh
get
my
it.
gosh. Quincy. Okay. All right. So,
Oh, judge with the laugh emoji. Uh
right.
oh. Everybody's been entertained today. I'm glad everybody could be entertained this Monday evening. Quincy, I ain't never been stuck in a house, but I get it. Yeah, I know. I know. I know you're not even gonna allow yourself to even be up under somebody's thumb like that. Like you can't be comfortable like that. That's not supposed for you, opinionated man such as yourself. Yeah, it wouldn't work out.
Just say the comments. Right.
That's your brother.
Okay, okay. All right, okay, y'all. So I guess we come back to this next week.
Yeah. What? The showing emotion part?
No, just Caravan of Dreams.
Oh, okay.
We'll decide
Okay.
the topic next week.
Oh. So what do we come to? What conclusion we come to on the showing emotions part? What was it?
Um, I think it's uh
Yes, send the music. Send me some music. We got Neo Soul Wednesday every Wednesday out at West Jack's Cigar Lounge. And yeah, I love spinning indie. I love spinning indie. I'd already spent one of your tracks anyway. I remember. I always spin that. So it's gonna always get played, especially in the neo soul scene. But anyway, what you say?
um I guess according to Quincy, women do everything they can to try to hurt a man and emasculate him, and men better not get show their emotion. And so I think that's one man's opinion. I don't think that everyone will agree with him, but I do believe that as far as men and their emotion, it depends on how they were raised. It depends on maybe some things that they kind of went through in
Yes,
their
trauma.
past,
Trauma.
trauma. Okay. Um, so, but I don't think there is an all when it comes to that situation, because there are men who don't mind showing their emotions. So,
It's just you. They don't mind showing their emotions, but it only take that one time, man, to get. Like I say, once a woman use that as a weapon against you, it's like, man, I ain't never open it up no more. Lisa said mental health is real. She said we have to learn to work through things in the healthiest ways possible in order to get to the root of the issues, men and women. Say the goal is to heal and live a life of health, with God being the go-to above all things, spiritually, socially, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Peace and blessing. Well, that about sums it up right there.
right there, that's it.
Mental health is real, and we got to learn how to work through things in the healthiest ways possible. And men and women. Yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah. I don't know how the heck we're gonna all get to the table because we all against each other right now. The internet making so much fun for men to be against women to where I don't know if we'll ever make it to the table to actually hear each other out. Because
Yeah.
it's so much easier to make a joke or make a meme or whatever, make fun of somebody
Right.
on the internet
Right.
rather than to
Right.
try to
Right.
get to the root of the problem.
Yes.
So whatever. We've done 60 minutes of overtime.
All right. All right, y'all. Thank y'all again. We appreciate y'all for joining us. And please, please come back next Monday at 8 something. And we will see y'all again. Same jazz time.
Same jazz channel.
All right. Be blessed.
Rashana said next week should be, do you think or agree that your childhood issues affects how you handle your relationships? If there is time for this subject. There's always time for a subject.
Yeah, we got you. Come on back. We'll see you then.
So I'm gonna be on time next week. We did it at the end, we gave y'all plenty of time to come in. We always do, 8 something. Um, that's a pretty good one. The childhood issues affects how you handle your relationships.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, we definitely can talk about that. Got a lot of examples. All
yeah.
right.
I don't know about my childhood issues. I know for me, I'm just like most men, though. I was trying to find a woman that was like my mama. Somebody that could cook, somebody that could sing, somebody that could, you know, do the homemaker stuff. So I think, not necessarily issues with my childhood experiences. I'll put it like that. It did affect, me as far as my relationships and what I was looking for in my relationships. But anyway, we'll talk about that next week.
Right. All right, y'all. Be blessed.